Mystic Village. Do, do, do. Mystic Village. Hi, Mystic Village. How are you? How's the Mystic Village? Oh, I'm coming. Ooh, Mystic Village. Hi, everybody. I'm exhausted. How is everybody, Mystic Village? My lighting is really weird. Hi, Donna's in the house. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to figure my lamp. I have lamp problems. What's everybody up to, Mystic Village? Oh, oh my goodness. Are we having a good night? Are we having a good, fun Friday evening? Yes? No? Let's see who comes in. I'm happy it's Friday, although I have a busy weekend. Are you relaxing? Nice. Good. That's good to relax. Isn't that nice? I love to relax. I love it. I'd like to relax. I've been on the go all day long, and I'm still going because I have to leave around, well, in like an hour. So I'm not going to be on here too long. But I wanted to pop in and say hi and see how everybody is and what we're up to and how our week's going and all that jazz. All that jazz. You don't get it much. Your husband has Alzheimer's. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I bet you don't. That's a lot of work being a caretaker. And hi, Sherry, everyone. Hello to everyone in Mystic Village. We're back. We're back together again. How long has it been? A few days. Not that long. Not that long at all. How are you doing, Sherry? I hope you're doing well. Are we doing well? I was busy today doing general tarot readings on my other YouTube channel, and I got seven signs done. So that took a lot out of me. And now I'm relaxing with you, and then I have to leave here in like an hour, but let's relax together. No wine tonight because I have to drive, so we have water. Sorry. No wine. No wine tonight. Um, what can I say, right? I'd love to have a glass of wine right now, wouldn't you? I sure would. Um, so anyway, what's happening out there in the world, in our worlds? Oh, you were watching, doing the watching for Aquarius. Thank you, Donna. Aquarius will be coming out either tomorrow or Sunday. Thank you for watching or watching out for that. I love an Aquarius. It's been a rough couple of days. Oh, what's happening, Sherry? It is the energy. I think a lot of us, I felt, I have gone like one day I'm full of energy, and like this week, one day I'm full of energy, and the next day I'm like exhausted. I'm like in between. There's no like continuous, I'm just like either super energized and doing like a million things at once, and then I'm like down for the count. It's true. It is. Um, it is true. And then I'm thinking, maybe I put too much on my plate. I'm like, because I get inspired. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then, you know, by the time I'm doing it, and then I think to myself, do I have enough time to do this? You're very emotional. I know what you mean. I get emotional too. I'm Pisces. I'm just naturally emotional. I'm an emotional mess. I look beautiful. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you saying that. My hair's in a ponytail. My hair is dirty and my makeup's kind of wiped off, but thank you for saying that because you know when you put on makeup and then like 2 hours later it melted off your face? That's pretty much what happened. And for some reason, I'm not good with mascara. Every mascara I get, I always end up getting raccoon eyes. Every one, every mascara. Uh, and I've tried different mascaras, but some certain ones will irritate my eyes. Does that happen to you? Does that happen? I'm gonna put in my. I don't even know if that's correct. This is my Patreon. Oh, there it goes. I started a Patreon for this channel only, not for my other channel, primarily because there's a lot of different things that I want to put on that I don't want to show here, mainly because once I put out a video on this channel, normally what will happen is uh, I'll get, I'll have a few days of really good um, comments or people really supporting the video. And then, then here come the trolls and da da da. So, like today, I had to still go back in and disable comments on a couple of videos. This is my morning. My mornings are waking up to trolls. Hey, JoJo. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Hey, girl. What's up, JoJo? Um, Yeah, so I had to stop wearing mascara for a long time. I didn't wear any because it would just melt right off my face. You hardly wear makeup anymore, but you scrub up okay, I bet. Hey, Tracy, welcome to Mystic Village, girl. So I put in my Patreon link. There's 5 different levels. It starts off at $5 a month because I'm putting out other psychic readings surrounding true crime cases. So, for instance, the first one that's coming out, I did a Lenormand 36 card reading about NK. If you don't know what Lenormand is, I'll type Lenormand in. It's a divination system, and it's very different from the tarot cards. Completely different. So with Lenormand, it speaks to you verbally rather than like looking at symbols and stuff. So you get more of an accurate read. Plus, you can read it like back and forth, up and down. It's like almost like tic tac toe, all these various ways you can read it. So I'm doing videos on Patreon that are significantly different or they're a bit more in detail. So there's different levels. Check it out. You don't have to join, but I want to start that because soon I'll be doing, my goal is to get 50 Patreon or patrons. They don't call them Patreons, they call them patrons. I kept getting that confused. I'm like, what? So I can do mediumship readings, like a gallery reading on Patreon. Did you like NKs? Thank you. I appreciate that. Your son's 15. Oh, well, happy birthday. That's good. He had a good day. That's a nice name, Harrison. I like that. Hey, Lisa. You're That'd be awesome because my memory sucks. Well, I've had mommy brain for 12 years. I don't know what happens to a mother's brain. I still have mommy brain. But what's good for your brain? Ginkgo? They say ginkgo, brain strength. I have short-term memory brain. Um, so anyway, uh I think the $5 level on Patreon is you get access to one true crime psychic reading a month, and then it goes up. And I'll be doing a podcast, true crime psychic readings, and a lot of other amenities the further you go up. So it's from 5, it's 5, 10, 15, 25, 45. And it's broad ranging, like they're all different tiers. But YouTube, I want to, of course, still put out videos on this channel, obviously, but these are going to be a little bit more different, if you know what I'm saying. So check it out. Do they charge you tax in the UK for Patreon? That sucks. This is my first time checking out Patreon. I'm joined to a couple of other people that do Patreon, and I like it. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Or fish. Yeah, fish is good for your brain. Are you? Hi, Joe. Is it Joanne or? Hi, thank you for watching from Canada. Welcome to Mystic Village. Yay. Doot doot. So yeah, Patreon I think allows you to use PayPal. You can also use credit card, debit card, etc. But it's a way for me to keep my content a little separate. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like some things I don't want to put out on YouTube. Not that they're like dangerous or anything. They're just a little different, more on a more metaphysical level. And people that want to be a part of that, I won't have to worry about trolls and all that. I had a fight with somebody the other day convincing me that they were a unicorn. And I was like, what? So I get these really strange comments. And it's funny because it's part of my routine when I wake up. I'm like, I'm afraid to look in the comments because I'm like, wonder who's in the comments and what they left. And yeah, I mean, somebody tried to convince me that they were a unicorn in the comments. I'm like, okay. So, it's really strange. Oh, the Google Hangout? No, I've never tried Google Hangout. That's a good idea, though. I know a lot of people are trying out the Zoom meeting app. Talk about an identity crisis. I don't know what's going on. Are you having an identity crisis? She thinks she's a unicorn, right? A 3-year-old would. I think this was like a grown adult. Yeah. Same as Messenger and FaceTime. Oh, okay, cool. That's cute, Donna. Hey, Diana's in the house with her wench. Joanne's an Aries. Nice. Joanne, go over to my other YouTube channel, Nightbird Tarot. I did Aries today for April. I'm glad that it's relaxing here for you, JoJo. Too much negativity anymore. Poltergeist banging. Yeah, night before last, like around 11 o'clock it started. They were having a party that day, weren't they? Oh my God, it was like the weirdest thing. No, they started the night before last, and I'm sitting because I work from 7 a.m. sometimes until 1 a.m. at night. I'm constantly doing something. And so I'll just be up and then they'll start. I'm just like, oh, shut up. I mean, they kind of get on my nerves. The poltergeist, the spirits, drama. I don't think we have a poltergeist, but we have spirits. Oh, the one that's claiming that they were a unicorn, that is an identity crisis. Whoa, man. I don't know. I mean, I've never trolled a channel. I don't know what goes through people's minds. And then I heard that people actually get paid to be trolls on channels. Did you know that? Yeah, check it out, Joanne. You're a Pisces. You like a good drink? Me too. You thought you were wealthy one night and do your prosperity work. A lady overdosed back. Ooh. Where you live right now, Tracy, have you had any activity from that? Interesting. Very interesting. That's very similar to my story in this house. You do have activity. Um, it's in your bedroom. Do you get activity like in a certain corner of your bedroom? Oh, snap. Well, you know what? Dead's dead. Dead's what? Dead's dead. Her father turned up. He's dead. Hold on, I'm confused. A lady overdosed. Her father turned up. He's dead. So her dead father turned up. Oh, looking for her there. Ooh, have you ever seen her? Interesting. That's crazy. Well, I don't really like to give details about Mary, but that's similar to what happened to Mary. And when you don't know who Mary is, Mary's our house spirit. And we've been here 3 years, almost 3 years. In like 2 months, it'll be 3 years. Hit that like button, girl. Let me type in my other channel. Thank you for your sweet comment today, Diana. I appreciated that. That's my general tarot reading channel, where I do all 12 signs each month. I used to do weeklies, but I'm back to just doing the monthlies. So I took 2.5 months off to be with you to start this channel. So, but now I've gone back um, to resume those readings. Your son passed her on the stairs. You're a naughty pixie. Girl. Can you share some of your naughty pixie dust? That's creepy. How old is your son? Well, you don't have to tell us that, but is he little? Is this on YouTube? You mean my Nite Tarot channel or oh, thanks, Diana. Did you resonate with that? It kind of felt like I was a little rusty, like I forgot what to say. When I was doing my introductions, I'm like, but I had to cut a couple of times and restart because I'm like, what? And I'm like, wait a minute, okay, because no, on here I'm like, hi, this is Diary of a Mystic, welcome back. And then on that channel, I'm like, hey, it's Brooke, welcome back to Nightbird Tarot. It's like two different people. But on my channel here, I'm more like ASMR when I do my video. But over there, I'm not so ASMR. So I kind of like forgot which person I was on the channel. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. Spirits, yours is vodka. Vodka, no. Me and vodka, no, 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 no. Nope, I don't mix with vodka. Oh, Lord. It doesn't take much. You already know this. You've seen me drink like half a glass of wine. And I'm like, boop-a-dappa-zippa-zappa. I just, he's about 20. And oh, wow. That's an interesting experience. I bet he was probably really freaked out, Tracy. That is crazy. sees the dead and being relaxed. He actually saw her. She went into a room that she has no reason to be in. Well, Mary will travel around the house. She'll come in to different rooms. One of our cats, our black cat Maria, loves to sit in front of the room where she passed, and he lays there. Maria's a boy. I know, right? We didn't know she was a boy or he. Um, so he's Maria, but anyway, he lays in front of the door, and the other night he was sitting there and staring at something and kind of watching it, and I said, come here," and I'm like, oh my god, look at him, and then he's just like drawn to that room. And cats, animals, they pick up things. um but it kind of was interesting to see, and that was late at night. Are you leaving us, Jojo? Night. Thanks for popping in. Night, Jojo. You've seen some of your relatives or dreamt about it. Yeah. Those are visits. So you have two friends are psychic and they came in and moved the father on. Oh, that's cool. As he stood at the bottom, couldn't see him, but felt it wasn't nice. Well, that's cool. You have two friends, psychic friends that came in and helped you. Yeah. We did a little something for Mary about a year ago, less than a year ago now, when we found out that it was her. And we found out because my neighbor told me. And I had thought the spirit's name was Alan because when we moved in, there was an Alan that lived here, and I heard that he had passed. And I even asked the landlord, I'm like, did anybody die in the house? No. Okay, did Alan die in the house? Mm-mm. No. Well, there's a story to that. So, anyway, so we had been calling it Alan for months, for like 2 years, 2.5 years, and it's not Alan, but we did a little something for Mary um, when we found out last year. So we also have a lilac bush out in the front yard, and that lilac bush has been there for a while. And I feel that it was something that she may have planted when she lived here. And I've had some weird experiences under the lilac bush, and it's a really magical little spot. So when when it gets warm, I'm going to take you guys out there with me and show you the lilac. I might do a video about it as well. So, what did I miss? Light a blue candle. Yeah, so we lit a candle for Mary too, and we talked to her, and we kind of recognized that she had passed. And I know in the last 18 years, nobody's ever recognized or formally talked to her like that or formally recognized her. And her restlessness started to stop. And it's been kind of like a 360 now. The activity has really died down. A lot of things have just ceased, they've stopped. So, just recognizing a spirit, so like your psychic friends did, I think when they're restless, and I'm not a paranormal investigator, but I just feel like after we did that, the validation, it just her activity, her restlessness kind of stopped, which was really interesting to me because I've never in my life experienced that firsthand. And we had a buttload of weird stuff going on in this house when we moved in. Like, talk about poltergeist, like freaky deaky stuff that I've never seen before. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm weird anyway, right? But other people experienced it. Everybody that lives here experienced it. Our friends that would come over experienced it. The water lady experienced it. The neighbors see things. So it's just, when people kind of downplay the fact that paranormal doesn't exist or the other side doesn't exist, I think that's a load of crap because something's going on and there, uh, things happen that we can't explain. Thank you, Tracy. Your dad called this house the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel about this house. I like that. Can I steal that from you? The Bermuda Triangle. Joanne says, my father passed 8 years, soon 9 years, and he visits you in your dream, telling me you put all your eggs in the same bucket and you were getting issues mixed. Is that kind of like a message to you about putting like all your eggs in the same bucket? We say the same basket. Stuff was missing. Right. Yeah. Stuff was missing. I've had things go missing. I've had things turn around, like little trinkets. I'll walk in and it's completely turned around. And then I think, well, which one of the kids came in here and did that? I'm like, well, they don't come in here. And yeah, things will be completely turned around, like little things. So your daddy's coming to you, Joanne, and tells you you put all your eggs in the same bucket or basket. So were you having things going on when he came to you and said that? So that's a visit, obviously, and they send us messages. They watch what's going on in our lives, even though we may not even know it. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel my mom around me, but she's here. Even though I can't sense her sometimes, I know that she's watching my life or she's checking in. Things would fall over. My boyfriend, when we first moved in here, he said he was in the kitchen and something flew right past his head. They were kind of violent with him more than with me because um he would kind of joke around, kind of like that guy from Ghost Adventures, why don't you show your face? Kind of dumb stuff. I'm like, you better quit. So they would get a little violent with him. Uh, and that never happened to me. I've never been touched. I had anything thrown at me. Um, I've had a spirit, which I think is Mary, speak to me here. But that's about it. And I've heard other things. Your dad visits. You can smell his aftershave. Oh, my daughter and I were talking about that today because she mentioned that one of her teachers she really likes because he reminds her of my dad, her grandfather. And she goes, and he even smells like him. I said, really? And she goes, mm-hmm. And I said, I always think of my dad smells like Old Spice. Remember Old Spice? And because he would wear that when I was little. I don't know if he still does. But anyway, it's just kind of like what you just said. You can smell his aftershave because people have their own smells. Yeah, things would fall over. Well, Diana might remember this story, but when we moved in here, I had one, two, three, and there was another one. Well, I collect angels, or I used to. So I had like a 3 foot tall cement angel statue that my aunt made for me a long time ago, like 20 years ago. When we first moved in, the wing broke. I had a little figurine, its wing broke. Then I had a wooden angel that I painted that was about 2 feet tall, and its wing broke. And when those three angels' wings broke after having these things for like 10, 15, 20 years, I'm like, okay, there's something going on in this house because that's never happened to me. And I still have the statue, the cement statue of my angel. And I'll take a picture of it one day with its wings still broken because I've never fixed it. So I knew that some weird shit was going on in this house. And I've never experienced that. You remember that, Diana? It kind of gave me a sense of, okay, I don't know what we're dealing with here, but this is something that doesn't like positive, loving. It's angry. Whatever's here is angry. And so now I keep an angel in the basement because we had a lot of activity coming from our basement. I keep an angel in the basement. And when I go down to do laundry, I always check it. And she doesn't move. It's never moved. I'll keep an angel in the window upstairs. I have an angel in my bedroom where I'm at right now. And I keep an angel in the living room. And because of what I do as a spiritual worker, I have an altar that goes on all every day. So because of my altar and my praying and doing things for clients and all my energy work, and I did a shit ton of saging, not a real angel, like angel statues or figurines, but to me, just placing things like that around my house, I like it because it invites more positive energy into my space because I've had a connection with angels since I was about 24 years old. So the fact that three angels broke their wings, some people could say, "Oh, that's a load of crap." But for me, I immediately noticed that, and I took it as a sign of there's something here that doesn't want stuff like that around, and it's angry. So um, will you be afraid if that happens, throwing things? No, because now the house feels different. We all feel that it feels different. It's really peaceful, and and yeah, the candles. So I've never had anything thrown at me before. I have had things. I have had objects like Tracy mentioned about being moved around, things gone missing. But more so, there was more activity happening within our home physically, like knocking, um, sounds of a ball going down our basement steps. We heard that all the time. Knocking on windows, and our windows are high up. So it's like whoever this person was like 12 feet tall. The door handle jiggling all the time to our front door, just all sorts of crazy stuff. Balls of light, shadow figures. I mean, I could go on for days. Diana's heard all this. But now it's died down. Sometimes we'll see things still. Sometimes we'll see things. You would see people and hear voices all the time. Right. So we used to hear the voice of an angry man in the basement, and the sound of what sounded like somebody picking up a freezer and just boom, dropping it really, really loud. Um, and you go down there and there's nothing that was moved or dropped. So if you've ever heard a sound like that, it sounds like somebody's actually picking up a fridge and hauling it across the floor. We would hear stuff like that a lot. So that you would hear them calling your name. So when that happens, activity, sometimes if I ever hear my name being called, I attune that to like my spirit guide, an angel to me, or that could be like a loved one. But spirits can manipulate voices. We had that happen here too. Whatever's here minus Mary is very intelligent, and I feel that there could have been demonic energies attached to the passing of her death because it was very traumatic. And I also feel that it let something in. And there's been a lot of people that have lived here over the years because we rent this house, and so God only knows what else was going on here. Um, with who knows, maybe somebody opened up a portal. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people play around with stuff. Um, so it just feels like It feels like there's children here. It also feels like there's a woman, Mary. It also feels like there's an older woman, and there also feels like a man or a male presence who watches over Mary, kind of like he had her um, restricted. Do you know what I mean? Like he was protecting her, but he was kind of possessive of her. That's how it felt to me. And but we would hear the sounds of children. We would hear the sounds of children running down our hallway. We've actually heard our children's voices, and it wasn't them. Sounded just like them, and that stuff has stopped. Now, if it would start up again, I think it would start up again when new people move in. I think it would start up again when new people move in. I think it's used to us and we're used to it. I mean, it's like we live together, it's nothing that frightens me now, but I'm just babbling. We came in one night, crowd of us, the TV, sky, and sound systems all came on. Whoa, that would scare me. Yeah, that's freaky. You once saw a little boy sitting on the heat vent at night and he was wet. Next day, I heard a child drown in the creek behind the house. Wow. One of your psychic friends told me to wrap 3 cinnamon sticks, wrap with red string above my front door for protection. It's still there. That's a really good idea, Diana. I'll have to try that, but with red string. I love using cinnamon. Uh, I have a cinnamon stick wrapped up for money, prosperity work, and I'll try that with protection. Cinnamon to me is just like has so many diverse magical uses, and I like that idea. I've never heard of that. Good tip, Diana. Thank you. How do you I can't read. How you do not get afraid of spirits or dead people you don't know? Explain, please. No, no, no. Don't worry about asking me questions. Afraid of spirits. Well, we're so used to reading horror books and watching horror movies and the typical um falling down and they can't get away from the zombie and they're being thrown across the floor in a horror movie and all this stuff, like we're helpless. In reality, that's not what really happens. I mean, in some cases, yeah, I mean I'm sure there's documented cases of actual possession or something like that. But when it comes to spirit or spirits, to me, it just depends because there's so many different levels of what you're dealing with. So it could be a spirit, it could be residual haunting, it could be a poltergeist activity, it could actually be, demonic entity in the home. So it just depends. But I don't try to get freaked out anymore because I've been around this stuff. I'm sensitive to it. I've had many paranormal experiences in my life in the last 20, well, 24 years. So this isn't the first time that I've experienced this. This is probably the most prolific haunting of a home that I've ever lived in. I've never experienced this to the point where I was contacting spiritual paranormal investigators locally because I was so freaked out. And we even thought about moving. And it did scare me at first. I was like, I'm not going to live here. I'm not doing this. No, 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 no. And then it kind of turned into something else. So yeah, you were never afraid of them. You felt honored. Yeah, so I kind of feel you keep cinnamon stick in your wallet. That's a good tip too, Diana. That's a really good tip. I feel honored too because I feel as a medium, my mediumship capabilities kicked in when I moved here. And I kind of feel like I was supposed to live here. We were trying to get a hold of this landlord literally for 2 months, and we couldn't get a hold of him. And he owns like, and I'm not kidding, he owns like 100 properties in the area. We could not get a hold of this man. And when we did, he brought us here. And I just kind of feel like I was meant to live here, that I was drawn to live here for the sole purpose of Mary. And I kind of feel like, and I'm protective of Mary. I'm not going to tell you where she died in the house. I'm not going to tell you how she died, but I'm protective of Mary because I have formed a relationship with her, which may sound a little cuckoo crazy, but I have formed a relationship with her. So I think if I ever move, there's a part of me that's going to be kind of sad, which sounds really weird. But I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be sad in a weird way. That makes no sense. I know. Yours always seems to be passing through in your home. Well, we've actually had spirit follow us in the car, and it would do spirit claps behind us. It happened to my daughter, it happened to my boyfriend, but it would do it right behind us. And it would be a loud clap. It would be like loud. And it happened to my daughter in the car, and it happened to my boyfriend right behind his head one night when we were watching a John Wayne movie. And I looked over at him like, why are you clapping? And he's like, I didn't clap. I said, well, what was that? I have no idea. And he was frozen. I was like, okay, okay, okay. And then we just kind of stayed quiet. This was about a year. This was a year and a half ago. We just kind of stayed quiet. And then I, of course, started Googling shit because I'm like, I've never heard that in my life. Right. So that it's called a spirit clap. Didn't know it, but it's real. Spirit claps. You always wanted a spirit to come to you. Hi, Jan. You even asked them to visit. I talked to my mom and brother to come before they passed. Nothing. Somebody else had that question a few days ago to me. Let me go back to that here in a minute. Thank you. My voice is comforting. Thank you. You saw a girl just pass through my living room once. Well, when it comes to, well, Jan, and specifically, who are you wanting to come to you? What spirit? Is it like a loved one when your mom or your brother? Because someone else talked about that a few days ago, or maybe it was last week, but I said, if you feel that you have never had a visit with a loved one, all you have to do is talk to them, or you can light a white candle. Okay. Talk to them, put their picture out, if you have an item or object that they once had, put that out as well. Put a glass of water out. A glass of water is an offering to them. Okay. It's also a spirit's way to travel because it serves as a physical medium for them to pass through. It takes a lot of effort and energy for them to come through. Okay, they just can't, get out of their their spirit van and like, I'm here. It takes a lot of energy for them to manifest. All right. So that's why they manipulate electricity a lot because they're traveling through a source. So water is kind of like a medium for them to travel through. Plus, it's an offering to them as well. So try that. You don't even have to put the water out. Light a candle for them or just start to speak to them, but make sure you specifically ask for them. Okay. Just make sure you specifically ask for them. So you just don't want to call up a random spirit and be like, hello, random spirit chat. Anybody? You don't want to do that because you don't know who's going to come, if anything comes through to you. So just be careful. Just be careful. Hi, Colette. That was me. Was that you? What was? Did I miss something? So, my gift is something that I've studied and worked on, and it's something that I've uh, I've I decided to accept. and I decided to not run from it anymore because for years I ran from it and I ignored it. And when I did that, I was very unhappy and I was not living my life authentically. And I took a vow 5 years ago, I'm not doing this to myself anymore because when you deny a part of yourself, that part of you dies. And I didn't want that because I knew that I would be really, really unhappy. And so anybody's capable of strengthening their intuition or studying about psychic abilities or studying about mediumship or wanting to learn divination. It's really about what you want to get into. You know what I mean? Colette says, asked about your not coming. I don't know what you're saying. Do you mean mother? Diana says, I always keep glass water on my altar. Use your moon water. Yeah. Good for you. Did you do moon water in the last full moon? Donna, I need to talk to someone about all the things happening to me. And unfortunately chose my pastor at that time. He threw his hands up and didn't want to hear it. Well, you mean talk to your pastor about what things happening to you like in a supernatural paranormal type of way? Because the church is very much against stuff like that. That doesn't shock me. Unfortunately, that's too bad. You like to talk to your angel. How do you pronounce that? Mahasya to come and visit me, but I'm afraid to ask him because I don't know if I'm entitled to ask. Is that like your guardian angel? You have a name for him, or is that like an archangel? I've never heard of that one. Yes. Yeah, you put a clear quartz in it. Yeah, I like to put a clear quartz in it too. So, Donna, let's go back to what you just mentioned. So, the church itself, I don't know what denomination or sect of a church, maybe I'm guessing Christian. The church itself looks very much down upon anything to do with the paranormal or supernatural or whatnot. And the best person to talk to, I guess, would be either someone like me who's a reader or someone who's into the paranormal. Like, if you even contact like a paranormal group, they'll give you advice. And I've done that, and they'll do it for free. And so it's like, and there's a lot of chat rooms, groups you can join, like on Facebook. If you're into Facebook, maybe not, but so, always try to reach out. Um, there's other sources that won't be so judgmental. You know what I mean? You asked your brother not coming through to me, but guess everyone else in family. Well, give it a try with your brother and just speak to him. Speak to him out loud. You can write him a letter. You can speak to him. You can, ask for him to come through. You can ask to have a sign from specifically from him that only maybe perhaps you and he had a memory of. So, uh, like I said the other night, we're taught to believe that the afterlife is just like a door that shuts and then there's nothing. The door is very much open. We're taught not to believe in that, or it's dangerous, or it's evil, or whatever it is. I mean, there's a lot of non-believers out there, but so you just want to, if you want to reach out, and even as a medium, if you go to a medium, the spirit or the person that you're wanting to speak to, let's say your brother, you're hoping that your brother will come through. It's the spirit's choice to come through. So when you pass over, your soul is still remaining. It's your physical body that's your shell that dies. Your soul is incarnate. It will live on. So it's the spirit's decision whether or not to come through. So uh don't ever get your if you ever get a reading and it's spirit's decision to come through, because they still have the free will. Okay, many times um, other people will come through that you weren't even expecting to come through. So it just depends. But don't ever be afraid of that. Um, Baptism. I'm missing comments. Donna, yes. Oh, okay. Oh, you're Baptist. It goes with your date of birth, months and years. Also, like you calculated like your numerology with your date of birth, and yours is I guess it's Mahasia. I'm looking at it because it's weird because my best friend's middle name is Mahala, and it's spelled almost like that. And I keep thinking Mahala. I've never heard of that. I've never done that. We had social media then. Birth of date. Try to go fast. Hi, Kieran. Energy never dies. That is so true. It really is true. It's very true. I was going through videos, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I get a lot of comments, people calling me a fraud, people calling me a scammer, people calling me a liar, people saying that I should be ashamed of myself writing the coattails of tragedies and doing readings. And then I'm thinking, really? I'm like the 1%. There's a lot of other channels out there making bukus of buckets of money talking about tragedies. Okay, it ain't me. So anyway, so I was going through videos on YouTube and I discovered Mama Medium. And someone had mentioned a couple of weeks ago Mama Medium. And I'm like, who is Mama Medium? And so I discovered Mama Medium, and she actually has a YouTube channel under her name, but she stopped doing it like a couple of years ago. She only had like 6 videos up, and I like her. She gets a lot of flack because she's plus size. I'm like, really? I'm plus size. Okay. So anyway, I was watching Mama Medium, and then I got taken to, like YouTube does, down a rabbit hole to this person I had never heard of, who's like 90 years old now. He's still alive. But his name is James Randi. Okay. If you've ever heard of James Randi, he's Canadian, James Ramsey, but he's a magician, but he's also a great skeptic in psychics, mediums, paranormal, etc. And he has a lot of followers. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe these people that follow James Randi have found me. I had never heard of him, and people are really, really passionate about what we do, and they don't like it. They don't believe in it. They think we're using people for their money. They think we're taking advantage of them, and all this crap. Okay, so then I did see a video with James Prague, Van Prague, and somebody asked him, "Are you wealthy?" And he's like, "No." Now maybe he is now. This interview was like 20 years ago. He's like, mediums aren't out for the money. Mediums aren't wealthy. I'm not wealthy. I'm not wealthy at all. And so it's not about taking people's money or getting views on YouTube. I mean, it's like that's not what I'm doing this for. I'm here to help. I kind of consider myself a healer in a sense of helping people heal, or if they have questions, or if they need resolution to something, because I didn't have that in my life. And I think that's why I do what I do in a lot of ways, because I never had closure personally. So that's what it's about. You had a reading with someone that you saw on YouTube and you not believe the spirits that came through. Oh yeah, there's a lot of gifted people. There's a lot of gifted readers on YouTube as well. And YouTube, for me personally, like I'm sure it is with a lot of other people, was the fact that it's worldwide, and that's how people found me. And I started to read for people all over the world, and that's how people found me. And so, um, And there's a lot of gifted people on YouTube who are readers, mediums, tarot readers, psychics. Your ex sent you a text saying he died during the operation and saw me burning in hell. How can he see that I'm not dead? Explain that to me, Colette. I'm not really sure. Did you have a dream? James was after Sylvia B for a long time. Was he? Did did your angel visit you? Did I have an angel visit? Is that what you're asking me? After my father died, I had a dream where I was back in my old childhood home. My mammy was giving my father his, I don't know, it got cut off, Karen. Yes. Well, I have angels with me all the time. So when I started to see what I call angel lights, I was about 22, 23 years old, and I started to see blinking, and I still see them. I see a lot of different things, but I would see blinking kind of sparkles of light. And I'm like, what? And I still see them, but now I see sparkles of light. To me is like my guardian angel. If I see flashes of bright light, that to me is like an archangel. So I see different things, different energies come to me. Uh, Something protects me. It's on my right side, and I think he's male, and he's with me all the time. Uh, he's with me a lot. So I don't know his name, but he's been with me now for a couple of years, but he's always on my right side. He's always with me when I go to sleep. He's very close to me, and it's a male presence, which is funny because years and years and years ago, my best friend, who's also very empathic and psychic, she doesn't do what I do. She always told me, "You have a male spirit guide, and he's really protective of you." I'm like, "Really?" And I never felt it, but I do feel it now. So I do have a male spirit guide guardian, and I've had dreams about him too, who's with me. So I see different energy forms. I could do a video on that. That's just my own personal experience, not something that you can really look up on Pinterest. What's this color mean in shape and form? So, but that has a lot to do with who I am and the work that I do, okay, as a spiritual person. This has a lot to do with that. This is not, if I didn't do the stuff that I do, most likely I would not see that, okay? But this has evolved over years and years and years. So this is where I'm at with things. But yeah, that's my story. Wow. It is wow, right? You feel energies and can pick out when bad things have happened in a place and get the weird dreams. Well, yeah, premonition. That's premonitory, and it's premonition. It's prophecy. Yeah. Trust that. That's your intuition. I don't really feel that there's intuition, psychic. Intuition, psychic. There's a really, really, really fine line between psychic and intuitive. To me, they're almost the same. It's just intuition is we've never declared it to be psychic, or we don't think we're psychic because we don't understand that yet. So I always recommend to read about it, to study about it, to watch videos on YouTube about it, and to practice. And the number one thing to do to practice, and everybody hates this, is meditation. It's getting your mind quiet. You have to meditate. And nobody wants to hear that, but it's true. It is, even for 5 minutes, because it closes this chatter off, and then you're able to have things come in, okay? But you have to learn how to shut this off. So if I'm doing readings for clients, like I'm talking to you now, before I even talk to the person, I do a meditation beforehand, and I ground and center, and I have this whole thing that I do to tune in, because if I didn't, God only knows. I mean, we wouldn't even go anywhere. So you have to do that. And it's practice. You just have to practice that. Colette, please explain. I still don't understand what's going on. Oh, how could he see? Believe we would have fights about me believing in God. Is he still living? I'm confused. Donna says, I saw somewhere to ask for your guardian angel name. Mm-hmm. The name Hannah came up. Yeah, my guardian angel, I have her name. Yeah. If you ask for your guardian angel's name, it can come up to you in various ways. Sounds like it did. And trust that and go with that. You can really tune in on other people and you know their true feelings. Years. Are you asking me if I can really tune in on other people and I know their true feelings? I never know someone's true feelings. Uh, that's kind of a misnomer. I can pick up on people's vibration, and I can also pick up on people's as a psychic being past, present, future, because psychic is prediction. But for me, clairvoyantly, I primarily see images. But empathically, yeah, I can tune into people. There's so many sides to it. I mean, call it what you want, but somebody's true feelings, no, not unless I'm intimate with them. That more sounds like, a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or husband, husband, wife, wife question. I don't know. Colette, he had an NDE. Mm. Well, when it comes to somebody saying that they see you going to hell, I don't believe in hell personally. That's another chat, but I don't know why would he say that to you. That's really awful. And can you tell me what NDE means? Because I don't really know. He didn't die. That's really mean that he said that to you. Yeah, I agree with Diana. It sounds like he was trying to scare you. Oh, sorry, near death experience. Yeah, that also, he had a near death experience and he said that he saw that happening to you. That's pretty weird that he would say that. Or if he saw that, I don't know what that means. But that's if he was trying to scare you, that's not really cool at all. It also happens to me. So, Joanne, do you speak to your angel? Do you speak to your angel? Karen can't slow down. And you died for a few minutes when you were born? Well, Colette, do you feel that he was trying to scare you? You're in fear all the time, Karen. Got up and ran instead of walking. Like I am in fear all the time and don't know why. That may have a lot to do with anxiety. I don't know if you see a doctor about that. In terms of fear, what did I read? They say when people are depressed, they're stuck in the past. When people are afraid to let go of control of things, they suffer from anxiety. Have you ever heard of that? Hey, Turquoise Loves Justice. I like that name. Hey, welcome to Mystic Village. Turquoise had the same dream of I'm in an older house and feeling fear that a dead body hidden in the clothes closet. And in the dream, I don't know who killed the person, but I'm afraid that I will get in trouble. Ooh, do you have is that a repetitive dream? You're welcome. No, he believes in God now after that, never did before. It's always the same house and yes, repetitive. And this is not a home that you've ever been to. I have something to say about that, if you've never been to the home. So, Colette, are you still with this person, or this was a ex-person? Since years and years, never there, but in the dream you feel like you should know. Okay. Okay, so in terms of what turquoise just spoke about, which is interesting because I dream a kind of similar, but not about a closet. I have dreams about houses that I'm in, like I'm walking to a house or I'm in a house. I'm always in a house somewhere. Um, and in the dream, a lot of times I'm always looking for something or I'm searching for something. Your dream of a house is that you have a fear of a dead body. Okay. That could be symbolic. I don't know if you have a dream dictionary or if you know anything about interpreting dreams. There's a lot of websites. But to me, and you guys can chime in and what you think it could be for her or him. I don't know if turquoise is a girl. Uh, the dead body hidden in the clothes closet kind of sounds like either the fear of death, or if somebody died when you were younger and it traumatized you, or if there's a fear there internally that you have in your waking moments. But that's a creepy dream. I bet that scares you. Could Karen be having these fears from a past life? Hold on. Well, I think a lot of things can be real psychological as well, especially if we had trauma in our lives. She said she died when she was born. That's traumatic. And anything that we suffered early on in childhood, I mean, I can't imagine being born and that happens to you. Okay, it can very much affect a person. In terms of past life, I don't know because I don't do past life readings. I know there's people that actually do past life regression therapy, and I'm not a therapist, but I don't do past life readings, so I don't know. I'm just being honest. Yeah, you can send me the text and an email. It's your ex. You don't have yeah. You have sleep apnea too. So did the sleep apnea kind of correspond in with the dream then? Or did the dream start when your sleep apnea started? Oh, that sounds like, what is it, sleep paralysis? Is sleep paralysis where you can't move when you're asleep? I've never had that happen to me. I've heard about it though. Is that what it is? That is scary. Well, also, since you're a kid and you're 57, sleep paralysis is scary. Oh, since you were a kid. Did anything happen when you were a child, if you want to share that? Did anybody pass away in the family when you were a child? Hey, ethereal goddess. Ethereal goddess is back in the house. Your Grammy did when you were 12 and you were really close to her. Well, my grandma passed when I was 12 too. And I maybe a connection to her. Do you feel that your grandmother's around you? Because I was really close to my grandma, and so you found her while she was having a stroke when you were 12. Well, that's really scary and that's really traumatic. And that may have a lot to do with your dreams. Did the dreams start after that? Did your dreams start after you saw that happening to her? So that's very much connected to that. If That's what I'm picking up on. Does anybody else agree? It just feels like there's a connection there to that. Hey, Nikki Lynn. So running into homes or searching for a home, or you're in a home and then you say that you find a dead body, well, that's finding your grandma. And I think symbolically houses to us are safety and security and comfort. um, and you're still searching for that. That's probably all linked together. Yeah, I think it is. And it's weird too because I dream about houses all the time. I dream of I'm walking down the street at night, searching for a house, or I'm going into a house or into different rooms or buildings. And that's primarily, I don't know why I dream like that, but that's what I do. You think so too? You agree too? Yeah, you think so too, turquoise. Ooh, Karen made a good point. Do you have a secret someone told her never to tell and she goes to a strange house where the secret is hidden dead body? It's funny what we internalize as children that kind of that never go away. So it may be helpful for you to um, talk to someone or see someone who can help you move past that trauma, because that's trauma, that's attachment to trauma, and it's just still there because it's never been either recognized or healed. And it may be helpful not to see a therapist. You don't have to go see a therapist. I mean, you could even get like alternative therapies like Reiki, body work, energy work, something to help them move past you. You know what I mean? Um, you could even get a spiritual cleansing by somebody just to help them move out of here. You know what I mean? So your best friend got divorced 4 years ago, bad divorce, still dealing with custody issues. She has a reoccurring dream. She wakes up in the old house and can't get out. Yeah. It's not funny how we dream of houses. You do from your husband. Oh, good. Well, hopefully that will help you, turquoise. I hope that it does. I'm sorry, Joanne. Answer you on your angel visit. So your angel visit, you're welcome. So I got a little thrown off, Joanne, I think because there's so many different M names. I apologize. I was just trying to read them like who? Um, so oh, I see. So tell me again, Joanne, your name came up from doing your birth date. Is that correct? And I'm looking back at your comment. And oh, do I think he will come visit? Okay. So you asked this angel that you where did you get this name from? That's what I want to know. Was it from a website? From like doing numerology of your my boyfriend's shoes are right in front of me. I can't move my leg. Was the numerology from a website with doing your birthday and you discovered this angel's name? That name comes into your head. Well, let's just put it this way. If that name comes into your head, do you think that it's an angel? Do you think that it's something else? Maybe this is like a spirit guide, or this could be like a guardian spirit, or this could even be an ancestor, or this could be just another spirit. Or do you believe that it's an angel? Do you have a feeling that it's an angel? Angels are very much about free will with human beings, so they will not intercede unless you uh, specifically ask them. They like they're they're like helpers and they're messengers. So if you specifically ask them, call their name, I need assistance with, or I need to talk to you about this, they'd like to be approached. Uh, you don't have to do some elaborate ritual to get their attention, but they really honor our free will. They won't intercede. Okay. So just try that. Or go into prayer. You could pray about it. You could ask for a sign. So, however, this connection that you're trying to achieve with this angel, um, just be simplistic and just ask for connection. If you don't feel that there's a connection, then I wouldn't force it. And then maybe there's something else that's easily more accessed that's not this particular angel. Where's the boyfriend? How come you forgot his shave? Because I kicked him out. No, he's in the other room. He discovered YouTube. We can access YouTube now on our TV. And now he's like over the moon about it. It's his big giant work boots. They're in my way. Hey, Scott. Welcome to Mystic Village. I think you're in a room full of women. Mystic villagers. Your boyfriend is the same. Got big feet. I have little feet, actually. I'm only about a size 8.5, but my feet are wide, so I have to wear 9s, 9.5. I actually don't have big feet. There, you know more about me now. Brooke's feet are little. No, they're not that little. We don't think we've ever had a man in the room, and if we did, he never said hi. Hi, no, I'm using my dad's phone. Oh, so it's not a guy? Who is it? I got all excited. There's an actual man in the room. You're a 6 and your boyfriend's a 12. Oh, Lord. 6 is little. See, I kind of wish that I had smaller feet because I could never wear those cute little heels with the strappy sandals. And because my feet are so wide, they don't fit into anything. Oh, hey, Vanessa. Vanessa, you had me fooled for a minute. I was like, hey, Scott. And I think everybody went, oh, there's a man in Mystic Village. There's a man in the village. That's funny. That's a funny one, Vanessa. Well, I'm glad you're here. And that's a very pretty name, Vanessa. Where are you from? I'm Irish. Yourself, land of fairies and umbrellas. Ooh. Where am I from? I live in, well, the United States in West Virginia, and we have a lot of fairies here. We do. You can wear 4.5 kids if they are wide enough. You have teeny tiny feet. 8 can fit in high heel, beautiful feet. Ah, you're so lucky, Joanne. Yeah, I always got jealous when I watched like Sex in the City because, Carrie was all about her Louboutins and her strappy sandals, and her feet were so adorable and cute on that show. And I'm like, man, that'll never be me. Is this your first live? Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me or us, not just me. It's the me show. So another YouTuber released a video stating Spirit or Shania told her Chris set her up, 2 other people there who did committed the murder. Wow. Which YouTuber is that? I haven't seen that. I'm from BK. Hey, Brooklyn. I've been to Brooklyn a few times. Brooklyn, you get jealous. Oh, your feet are because they're wide. Came in late. If this isn't topic at hand, please ignore. Oh no, don't. We're just talking about feet and unicorns and fairies and angels and visits and dreams. Came in. Oh, wait a minute. 8. It's for you. I'm sure it would look good on you. I'm a 6. Oh, you mean the shoe? Aubrey Briggs. Who is that? I've never heard of that. Audrey. I've never heard of that channel. Georgia girl. Hey, Georgia. I've been to Georgia. Georgia's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Georgia's beautiful. Uh, I'd like to go. Actually, I actually thought about living in Georgia once because it's so pretty there. You like what I did about the property and the portals? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, some people thought I was cuckoo crazy with that one. Then the 2825 video, I mean, some people were like, oh my, somebody said, this is bullshit. I'm like, this is me, okay? This is who I am. Let's can't make this up. These are things that I think about. And it obviously resonated with a lot of you, so thank you for that because this is how I think. The Watts case, that horror story. I bet Donna George is really, really beautiful. I don't know. The Watts case is like it's beyond Thunderdome. I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, there's so many things coming out now. Everybody's joined the bandwagon that he was mind controlled. I got a comment about that this morning, and I was like, I just don't know what to think anymore about it. It's gone outer limits for me. Got to go with the days. I love my heels. Yeah, Georgia's a really pretty state. Oh wait. Okay. I think I can only do like 10 more minutes because I have to go pick up my kid. 10 more minutes, but we've been on here for 1 hour, 22 minutes, so that'll be an official hour and 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. It is like the 7 deadly sins. It's something. I don't know. I have my own personal opinions. I have my own personal thoughts about this now because now we are, let's see, how many months has it been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months into it. So we're 7 months into it. And now many people are convinced that Nicole NK is a witch. They are also convinced that her father has something to do with it because he's a Freemason and that he was they were mind controlling him. And then we have Cindy Watts did it or had it set up. I've seen that one. Then we have, what's the other one? There's like a whole bunch of them. I mean, it's exhausting. It is like a bad clue game. It's like a bad clue game. And no disrespect to the ones that really actually believe that, but people actually believe that how can a normal father just do something like this? He must have been mind controlled. I'm like, really? Which is funny because primarily the men are claiming this. Go to the source. That's all I'm going to say. Think about that. Who's claiming these theories? The men. Think about that. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Joanne. Thank you. And because he pled guilty, if there was a trial, we would have seen NK take the stand. So think about that. There would have been a hell of a lot more released or revealed. So. And we had no wine and Coney footlongs tonight. I know, right? Those Coney footlongs, Sherry. Maybe next time we'll have wine and Coney footlongs. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Jamie Kloss case. Did you guys watch his sentencing? That was like super creepy, deep, creep. Oh my God, he was creepy. What a creepy little, I don't want to cuss. I'll get demonetized, but, or will I? What a creepy fucker. He was creepy as shit. I was like, no. No. Oh yeah, that they were sacrifices. That he was mind controlled. That's right, Scott. Or I'm sorry, Vanessa. He was mind controlled for the Illuminati shit because they were sacrifices. And I'm thinking, sacrifices to what? To who? Okay. See, when they're claiming these theories, what are the sacrifices for? Did they ever explain that part? No. Think about that. What were the sacrifices for? Are they actually even speaking on the specifics of what the sacrifices would be for? All I'm going to say is when you look at it, and a lot of us have dealt with in laws who are pains in the asses. Uh, or there's a rift in the family because the mother-in-law doesn't like the wife. How many, that's like classic textbook stuff. That went on for years, from the very beginning, from the day of their wedding and beyond, for years. If that doesn't do something to your marriage, or you start to get resentment towards your wife about that shit, and then, you're cooking up this idea because you're just done. I mean, he took it to the extreme, obviously, but hey, Rose. Hey, South Carolina. Thanks for joining, Rose. I mean, so many people have theories about this, but you got to ask yourself, okay, was Scott Peterson mind controlled when he killed Lacey? Was O.J. Simpson mind controlled when he killed his wife? Allegedly, because it's never really been proven. But do you know what I'm saying? So why are we springing up with these ideas that he was mind controlled? And I think it's going back to the whole Freemason connection. People jump on that and think, oh my God, he's a Freemason. I mean, I don't know. Those are just my personal opinions. Everybody's, of course, allowed to think what they want, but people are really passionate about it. And I know this because they leave me comments about the mind controlled stuff now. Oh, yeah, he was found guilty in the civil trial. Hey, Minnie, I forgot about that. But think about who's coming up with these theories about the MK Ultra, mind control, Illuminati, Freemason shit. It's the men. The men. There's no women doing this right now. It's the men. Think about that. I've yet to see a woman speak about that theory. Just think about it. So, I've watched so many videos about CW, his body language, narcissist videos about him, yada, yada, yada. There's so many things about it. Your grandfather was a Mason, right? Were they into weird Illuminati sacrificial things? Because that's what people are believing about NK's dad. Maybe they're trying to copy and make new ones. Did you hear no one wants to make a book? I don't know. You missed. Oh, Karen, I didn't see that. You missed her more than the husband truth. That's funny. Yeah, Diana, a lot of men are killing their wives and girlfriends. It's called domestic violence. That's why the her parents were wearing purple ribbons that day. That was an act of domestic violence. Just because she wasn't beaten for years, that was an act of domestic violence. Let's call that what it is. That was straight up domestic violence, what he did to her and those children. They were victims, and that was domestic violence. Nobody's saying that. And that's clearly is what happened. But I think, to get views and to promote our channels, we're going to come up with these theories, but it's all the men. And they can come after me. I don't give a shit. It's all the men. There are no women out there that are claiming this. It's the men. And you all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to even speak the names. I watch a lot of other YouTubers and I know what's happening. But that's my personal opinion. And I see things from what I saw around that case with the portal, with the demonic possession shit. That's where I'm coming from. If they want to claim that they think he's mind controlled, go for it. So be it. All due respect, honest to God, but I think it's just a little, to me, there's so many other things attached now that it's just beyond Thunderdome. And I think more attention should be paid to the Kelsey Bearth case, the Patrick Frazee. We need to switch gears here. I get more views on anything relatable to CW and NK than I do with Kelsey Bearth or Patrick Frazee. And it's sickening. That's where everybody's head is, right? Everybody's heads are still up CW's ass. If he only knew. I mean, my God. I mean, we're all obsessed with what he did. More attention needs to be paid to other things. That's just how I feel. That's my story. Crazy Frazee, Rodeo Queen, yeah. Riri's in the house. Hey, Ree, I gotta go. I have to leave in like 5 minutes, Ree. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Let's all say a prayer for Ree. I know your patient's really special to you, so I'm really, really sorry to hear that. Love you, Riri. Thanks for popping in. I know that you're going through a lot right now, but thanks for popping in. And let us know. Maybe I'll come back on this weekend. Oh my Lord. The village is lit. Village. Oh, Diana, that's nice. Oh. Yeah, Lisa, that takes a special kind of person to do what she's doing. Absolutely. And Diana works in hospice, and that takes a special kind of person too. Thanks for stopping in, Karen. Thank you. Oh, thanks for subbing too. Come back and join us again. I always try to put out a notification now if I'm going to go live, but I have to go as well. So yeah, everybody say prayer for Riri. Riri's really special to Mystic Village. She's been going through a lot with her patient. So let's keep good thoughts in our minds for Riri. And she's her and Diana do a good job on here when I do my lives, and she's been going through a lot. So Thank you, everybody, for popping in. It was fun. And you guys can watch this back, of course. And today's Friday. Maybe Sunday night, I may be able to do another live. I don't know. But I'm going to try to do these every Friday. Okay. Try to do them at least once a week, every Friday, probably around the same time. You always catch the last 5 minutes. What's up with that 1191? And how's the book going? And I want a copy of that book when it comes out. I know what's going on with y'all because y'all tell me, and then I remember. Good night, Scott, who's not Scott. I was like, we got a man. There's a man in the village. Oh my God. Now have a good night. Thank you, Vanessa. All right, look at the numbers 21 and 12. Wow. 21 backwards is 12. See, that's how I think. Love you guys. Have a good night. Ethereal Goddess Sherry. Good night, Mystic Village. Love you guys. Thanks for popping in. We'll be back at Mystic Village. Be safe out there and think smart. You know how Gray Hughes does the be safe? I'm going to do the think smart. Think smart. Or no, that's not a good one. How about trust your gut? No. Use your intuition. That's too long. Think smart. Do you like the think smart? Think smart. Oh, yeah, play replay. Aloha. Oh, yeah, that's right. Aloha, girl. Think smart. I don't know. Make good choices. No, Lisa, I can't use that because I'm not really the person that should say that right now. Sometimes in my life, make good choices. No, make good choices. Be light. That's funny though, Lisa. Oh my God, I'm coughing. Make good choices. Be smart. Make good choices. I like that. Okay, that's going to be the one. Make good choices. Do the right thing. Oh my goodness. Be safe. Be light. I like that one. Be light. You guys are cracking me up. Make good choices. Just say no. I don't know. Make wine choices. Hell yeah. Ah, love you too, Jan. I'm glad you popped in. Fly with the butterfly. I like that. Be kind. Are you broadcasting from prison? Am I? I'm in my jail cell. Make a sandwich. Does he actually say that? That's hilarious. Oh yeah, stay blessed. Well, I do say stay blessed. But in the chat, I kind of want to do something. Don't forget to lock the door. Oh my goodness. Don't be late. You guys are cracking me up. Love what you've done with the place. Thank you. I got a plant now. They let me put up a poster. I can have a lamp. See my prison lamp. Oh, and I actually can have water now to drink. Thanks, Warden, for my water. Mm, so delicious. Anyway, cell block C. No, girl, it's cell block D because it's Diary of a Mystic. It's cell block D, girl. Get it right. Get it right. Use protection. Yeah. Wrap it up. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to end with make good choices. From cell block D, make some good choices. I won't steal other people's closing lines. Make good choices. And of course, stay blessed. Maybe I'll end with make good choices and stay blessed. Don't be a dumbass. I don't know. You are what you eat. I know this. I had too many donut holes last night. Yeah. Cell blessings to cell block D. Exactly. It is the cell block D. Oh my God. Lisa Avery, you were cracking me up. I should start my videos out like that. Welcome back to Cell Block D. This is Diary of a Mystic from live from prison in my cell block with my lamp and my water and my plant. Comb your hair. It girl, I know, right? Look at that. Take care, comb your hair. I like that one too. Stop. Oh my God. Are you coming or going? I don't know. I'm like stuck. I'm immobilized in the chair. I can't move in my cell block. Okay, you guys. You guys are so funny. I love you guys. All right. Make good choices. Stay blessed. I am a trustee of the state, right? Dun-dun-dun. Shh. Lisa, you're a comedian. Next thing you two will be saying Mystic is in jail, right? I know Herbie Herb's going to do a video on me. Mystic's in jail. I've never been arrested. That's the truth about me. Never in my life. Ooh, Onique's coming on soon. So you get me then, Onique. Yeah, let's start a rumor. Did you hear Diary of a Mystic got busted? Then I'll be like an official badass because I got street cred. Anyway. All right, guys. Love you guys. Make good choices. Don't say never. Knock on wood. No. Never, ever, ever, ever. We will start the rumor now. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh my God. That would be, that's hilarious. She's in for murder. No, 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 no. Don't do that. That's funny, but don't do that. You could say, somebody tried to steal Diary of a Mystic's diary and she beat them with the diary. Anyway, all right, love you guys. My daughter's probably like, where's mom? All right, I gotta go. Stay blessed, make good choices. I'm badass mystic now. All right, you all do it. I got street cred. Someone tried to steal Diary of a Mystic's diary and she beat them with the diary. And it was CW. I threw a lot of F bombs tonight. I don't know what was up. Hasta la pasta. You stop. Or my favorite is, what is it? Impasta pasta or impasta. There's a joke to that. I don't know. I can't remember now. All right, you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Make good choices. All right.